They decided to use cricket as one of the vehicles because in India, as far as sports is concerned, there is a frenzy around cricket. The energy around cricket in India is the energy of soccer in Brazil combined with, say, the energy of football in New England and the energy of baseball in Boston. You put all this together, you come a little close to what cricket is in India. And just to give you a sense of metrics, a game between India and Pakistan will be viewed live by 800 million people. Okay? That's a scale.
Wow.
So Nike said, let's use cricket as a basis. And I know this example well because my brother actually was involved in starting and building the cricket business in India before moving back here to Portland. So cricket, unlike, say, professional football here, is not a professional sport. Everyday people play cricket. When you walk around the streets in India, you'll find the youth of India playing. Any open yard is fair ground for a cricket pitch. And so they decided to do a campaign, and rather than pay $1 million to, say, Mahendra Singh Dhoni or Sachin Tendulkar, the celebrities in that sport in India, they said, why don't we inspire the youth of India around cricket by using them to tell the story? You know, again, I told you, how do you use your customers, those defenders, to be part of your marketing now? On digital, there are clever ways by which to do it. And they imagined it. So here's what they did. They told the youth in India, you play cricket all the time, so why don't you do this? All of you walking around now with the 79th organ in the human body, your mobile phone, take a picture of whenever you play cricket, wherever you play, and upload it. Don't even send it to us, just upload it, post it on social media, wherever. Just put hashtag, just do it, right against it. And we will go find it and create something interesting with it. 240,000 plus, more than nearly 250,000 photographs were uploaded. An easy way to collect it because now it is between the phone and social media, the hashtag, it is so easy to do. There's no investment. You just have to tell the people on your social media post and your audience response. They took 1,440 of those photographs, curated into a film strip. They're all stills, but made to look like it is a movie, and then released it out back on the web. So I'll show you the end product, completely generated by their customers. Inspiring, right? So this was so clever. First, all of the content did not have to come from expensive sports stars. It is just everyday youth. There are about 400 images of cricket playing future Nike customers in those videos. What do you think those kids did when the video came out? And share it, exactly. You know, not only the kids, it was their aunts and moms doing it, right? They were all posting it on social media saying, "Oh my God, our little Superman was in the Nike video." And so this went viral. So now you don't even have to put ad money behind it because your audience is amplifying it for you on your behalf. So not only are they providing the content, they're actually taking over the marketing for you. What a clever strategy. This won a Cannes Line Award for its execution. And even though you may say it's a Nike brand, Nike India Cricket is actually a startup brand, no different. In the Nike ecosystem, they barely get any budget compared to soccer and swimming, golf, and so they had to come up with very creative, tiny budget thing like any other startup does. They've done so well with this concept of using their audience and getting them to do the hard work for them, that the last couple of years, Nike's been experiencing 30 to 40% sales every single course, it's a smaller base, but still positive double-digit numbers. This is what I mean by, this is the palette that's available for marketing directors to reflect the new consumer behavior of, I'll give you my attention if you entertain, educate, inspire me. If you do all of this, just like in Nike case, the audience is now willing to amplify the brand for you. They're willing to take over. And so let me show you an example. Again, taking up Manisha's challenge. Even though it might be a consumer product, I'll pick a boring product, the worst of it. I'll pick this one, okay? So just because you, yeah, what is this? Ziploc bag, right? Yeah, Ziploc bag. A very useful product, but not a sexy product. Nobody walks around the mall saying, look at my Ziploc bag, or putting bumper stickers saying Ziploc, right? It's not the same as vanity products like Nike or a luxury car or Gucci shoes. And so even for a product like this, the extent to which the audience is now involved in the marketing is staggering on digital. And I like this example because a few months ago, actually no, it's a year ago, we had a meeting with the chairman and CEO of the company that makes Ziploc bags. It's a company called, does anyone know?
Glenn?
SC Johnson. SC Johnson in Racine, Wisconsin, privately held company. So this meeting was with Mr. Fisk Johnson, he's the chairman CEO. Now not only is the chairman CEO, he's the great-grandson of Mr. SC Johnson, who invented the Ziploc technology, the sealing technology, and created the family fortune, and the Johnson School of Management at Cornell is named after his grandfather. So Fisk Johnson comes to Google, and in the meeting this is what he said. He said, my category is like the most boring of categories. Most boring of categories. I make kitchen cleaners, I make toilet cleaners, I make plastic bags, garbage bags. But even in my business, digital is changing my consumers' behavior. That marketing is no longer what great-grandfather taught us. It's no longer shopping coupons inserted in the Sunday newspaper because no one's buying newspapers, they're not even reading it. I got to figure out how to reach my audience. So he spent a whole day with us talking about how we can adapt to this new world, even in a category like Ziploc bag. So I asked Fisk the question, what is the #1 search engine? And he knew the answer. He said Google. And I asked him, what is the #2 search engine? And I asked him to guess. What do you guess? What is the #2 search engine? YouTube. Exactly. So you're all well educated about this. Even though it's not a search engine, why is that the case? Because there's a new learner behavior among all human beings, whether they are consumer or B2B buyer, and that is, if I have a problem, what router should I buy? Or if it is like, how does this particular truck technology work? Or how to make an omelet? They just go to YouTube and type it in, knowing somebody somewhere has created a video in your language that will actually explain it. So I told Fisk, let's see what's going on with your humble product, Ziploc bags. I typed in Ziploc bags, there were 9,000 videos on Ziploc bag alone, 9,000 videos about Ziploc bag. Not one of them is from SC Johnson. He was shocked. He's like, who are these people creating all these videos? It's all these mommy bloggers explaining how to organize your closet, how to pack for your kids' camping trip, travel packing to place kids' outfit in Ziploc bags. And I said, if you want to know how to make an omelet, you go search. Somebody has figured out even how to make an omelet in a Ziploc bag. When you go camping, apparently, Dr. Booth says it's more tasty. And he's got 20,000 views of his video. So I showed this to Fisk and said, in today's world, you only have two choices. You've lost control of your brand. Your customers are your new brand directors. You either let them do whatever they're doing, which they will. You've lost control. They will film all these things with your product and put it up. Or you do it with them. You curate the content. You invite them to do it. Make them a part of your marketing. Which at that time, they just started doing it after we showed them example, but they're still very early. Most content comes from the customers. It is a little all over. They were not doing anything with their content. He was not even aware. Neither was brand directors, right? But this is the new world where your customer is willing to amplify. Some brands, small brands, new brands, not have figured out what to do with this. The brand that has done one of the best jobs with this is this thing called GoPro. Because you go to GoPro, couple of things, okay? Look at about GoPro. You see this number? If you can't read it, it's almost 1 billion. GoPro's content on the YouTube channel, almost 1 billion views. And they will cross 1 billion by the end of this year. This is a tiny camera company here in Silicon Valley. They're actually in the #2 spot. The 1 billion record was broken in February by another brand. And any guess who that is?
Taylor Swift.
No. Red Bull. Red Bull has got the most views with their content. So GoPro strategy is very simple. If you start, so when the company started, it was a pretty broad product, and you could actually buy 6 other similar cameras. And it didn't even work. And every other camera company, including the big names, are fighting on technical features, megapixels and resolution and battery power and all of that. And GoPro had the worst. Like in 20 minutes it drained out your battery. And the quality, most of the cameras, the earlier version of GoPro camera would be the inside of the camera bag, because it could turn itself on randomly at will, it seemed. Okay? But the strategy was, let's not make the brand the hero, let's not make the camera a hero, let's make our customers a hero. Starting with the name GoPro. With this camera you can go become a pro. And they told the audience, since you're already taking all of these photographs, why don't you just bring it to us and we will give you a platform. So if you look at their channel, unlike S.C. Johnson, it's beautifully organized and curated into all of these sections: staff topics, launch videos, animals, human flight, music, all-time favorites. If you look at all-time favorites, I'm sorry for the resolution, that is 25 million views, 5 million views, 6 million views, 5 million views. Every single piece of content here, they didn't spend a single dollar making. Their customers are doing it. Their message is simple. Their tagline is "Go be a hero." So they told the customers, go be a hero, do whatever you do, skiing, running, skateboarding, saving people, and we will take all of the content, give you a platform to shine, and the audience has responded. It has responded to such an extent. Here's the stats we are seeing on YouTube. Every 2 minutes, a video taken on a GoPro is uploaded to YouTube. Every 2 minutes. I just finished the sentence. One more video just got uploaded onto YouTube. And because of that one behavior alone that they fully tapped into, getting the customer to amplify it, this has become the fastest growing camera company in the world now, GoPro. As compared to that, the company that invented digital photography was Kodak. And after 112 years of business, 2 years ago they shut down, they went bankrupt. This is the new world of marketing, of how these brands and from Volvo B2B to GoPro to Ziploc bags are finding themselves and taking full advantage. So this then begs a question. I got about half an hour, Julia? Yeah. This then begs the question, so how should you think about your marketing, all of the things that learned, or all of the things that Manish and I learned when we were in school together? Does it still apply? Has marketing completely changed? And the answer is no, you don't need to do, because the customer that you're selling to, the consumer that you're trying to market to is still the same. This is a human being, and there are some fundamental things that have not shifted. So if you were to look at, since there are many brands, I thought about how do I come into this room with a simple marketing framework that would equally apply to all of you and make sense.